Let's bring you this developing story now. Some members of parliament are accused of trying to block a bill aimed at strengthening the Public Investment Corporation. We understand it's been approved, but there are attempts to prevent the bill being passed. Let's get more on this now, and we're joined by Matthew Parks. He is COSATU's parliamentary coordinator, and he joins us from our Cape Town studios. Mr. Parks, thank you very much for your time. Just briefly tell us first what this bill sets out.
Sure, thank you for having me. This is a very important anti-corruption bill. The PIC is workers' pension money, it's workers' unemployment and injury on duty money. It's the largest investment fund in the continent. It's valued at 2 trillion rand. And as we've seen with the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into the PIC, that the PIC has been racked by serious allegations of corruption, by a complete breakdown of good governance. As COSATU, we're very worried about this because this is our members' pension and insurance money. We've been working very closely with the eNCA and with Parliament for the past 2 years on drafting a bill to stem the flow of corruption, to restore good governance to the PIC, to ensure that workers have representation on the PIC board, to have a voice in how the money is being spent. Also, it requires the PIC to account to Parliament and to the public on every single investment it makes. It requires the PIC to receive its mandate from the government employee pension fund, the insurance funds, and so on, and also sets guidelines for how workers' pension money should be invested to protect them, to grow the economy, etc. It's a very progressive anti-corruption bill. We're very pleased that the ANC agreed to draft it, and in fact, the ANC at Parliament, the leadership of Parliament, have done fantastic work in bringing it to life. But we have seen from the day one for the past 2 years a concerted, behind-the-scenes, covert attempts by those in the PIC who are looting, who have looted, and who want to continue to loot workers' money to collapse the bill.
All right,
it's been a naked campaign to allow the culture of looting to continue. And shockingly, we have seen in the past few weeks the Minister of Finance now trying to collapse the bill in Parliament. Even though the ANC, his own party, wrote the bill and passed it in the Finance Committee and in the National Assembly. The Minister himself was present in the National Assembly when the ANC voted for it. We assume he himself voted for it. Yet he has been writing letters left and right all over Parliament to say stop the bill. And for us, this is a huge problem because, one, any delay in the bill is one more day for looting of workers' money. And two, it sets a dangerous constitutional precedence where ministers can bully Parliament into doing what ministers want.
All right, Matthew
We don't
Parks.
want a docile Parliament. We want a Parliament which champions the rights of workers.
Mr. Parks, let me interrupt you there and ask you one final brief question. So you are essentially accusing the Finance Minister, Tito Mboweni, of trying to block this bill. Very briefly, tell us what his motives are. What do you believe are his motives for trying to block this bill?
Sure, look, it's a strange one for us because we believe the Minister is a man of integrity. We don't think he wants to see the corruption at the PIC continue. He has not given serious reasons because Treasury has been part of this process throughout the parliamentary development. All the issues have been included. But late yesterday in the Select Committee on Finance, Treasury said, well, the Minister doesn't want his Deputy Minister to chair the Commission, as has been the practice for 20 years, and he wants to allow the PIC Commission to make possibly amendments down the road. But look, the PIC Commission will make recommendations. Government might come with the bill down the road. That's fine. We would welcome that. But this bill has been in the pipeline for 2 years. It's needed now to stabilize the PIC. We cannot afford a single day longer where anarchy and looting continue at the PIC. This is workers' money. Workers want to see action now. And also we want to defend the right of Parliament as a sovereign, supreme authority passing laws in the country and representing workers' needs.
Matthew Parks, thank you very much for that brief summary of what is happening in relation to this bill that is meant to strengthen the Public Investment Corporation. You've heard